I was living in San Diego, California, and it was pretty strict, 9 to 5, standard status quo kind of job. Now I'm here one minute, gone the next, and it's a completely different lifestyle.
I've worked like late nights pretty much all my life in bars and restaurants, so now it's just adjusting to 4 a.m. wake-up calls, you know, in Chicago if I'm commuting, or just the hours are all over the place.
I feel like it's a new balance that I'm finding to manage my personal life and the things I need to do at home with this new career and this new schedule.
Don't make plans ahead of time. Don't say I'm going to get out of work at 6 p.m. and call your family and make plans and say, yes, I'm going to be home at 7 p.m. Let's do something. No, you do get delays, you get the flight cancellations, you get rerouted sometimes after long days flying.
Being off on holidays is probably not going to happen for quite a while. It's a trade-off. I mean, you have a job that you don't necessarily have to take home with you. You get to see the world.
If you're really family-oriented, it can be definitely difficult your first few years as a flight attendant because you can't really get what you want. Seniority is everything.
I'm relatively junior, so I don't make bidding specific trips our priority. I mostly bid for my days off. I try to bid for higher time trips, and when I can, I try to bid for weekends off since weekends are important to me, but you may or may not get them.
To be perfectly honest, I haven't gotten anything I've requested. Maybe I did request 4 days plus off for July, and I did get 6 days off in a row, so that was nice.
Being junior, you pretty much get the leftovers. You get a lot of 3 days, 3-day trips with 4 legs, sometimes 4-hour sits. When I bid, since I commute, I look for just having 3 to 4 days off between trips. And I also look for stacking my trips up, so I work a lot of 6 days in a row so I won't have to commute to Atlanta as much.
For me, being a new flight attendant, I preference Thursdays or Fridays, knowing that I'm going to be working the weekend anyway. I just like to start on a Thursday or Friday.
For me, I'm trying to fly as much as I can every month. I usually try to prefer trips, domestic trips, but I do Spanish speaker trips sometimes. And I also bid for 8 days, which are the days on reserve. That could kind of give me more of an idea of what are the days that I'm going to be at the airport.
Every new flight attendant here at Delta is given 6 A days a month, and that's basically your time that you give your life to Delta. You're on call. You're just waiting to you're on standby, ready for a trip to go wherever. Because I commute, I have to actually stand by on a plane to get to Atlanta. And when I get to Atlanta, that involves sitting in the lounge, buying hotels, just waiting by your call, because you have to be able to report to that airport in 2 hours.
Many flight attendants commute. If you're based in another city than from where you live, then you would have to plan your day around getting to work. So if you lived in Atlanta and you commuted to New York, you might go up the day before, or you might go up 3 hours before your trip.
From when I get off the plane here to when I actually get home in Chicago, it's probably an extra 4 hours to each day. So, you know, it's adding an extra 8 hours every time.
Commuting is like a separate job itself. You sometimes have to plan ahead of time just so you can get to work. So it's definitely a hassle, but when you love something, you're willing to do whatever it takes just to do the job.
After training, you don't really know what to expect, what you're gonna get yourself into flying. It does get better after training, and I actually love and I enjoy flying.
The thing I enjoy the most about being a flight attendant is just meeting new people, going to different cities and, you know, seeing people from all over the world.
I love traveling. I love going to different places every day, learning about different cultures, and just the company. I love Delta, so it makes the job really easy.
The longer you're here, the more money you make, the more flexibility you get, and the perks just keep getting better and better.
I'm just grateful to have this job. Like, I always love traveling and see new places, so to have an opportunity to work and travel the world, it's a phenomenal experience.